What's up, YouTube? My fellow fifth scalers, gas brothers alike. I made a decision and I started getting, as far as the engine is concerned, I made a decision and it's on its way. I went with the Zenoa G320 stock engine. I got it for $242 with the deal of the week or deal of the day discount. It was down to $249. Of course, I had to pay for the shortened clutch housing, model number ending in a D for the low C5, so that brought up the price by $5. But then when you calculate when the coupon code, the discount code was entered, it brought it down to $242. So I think I did pretty good. I got the rear shock tower back on. Of course, this body mount post has a pretty nice looking bend in it. I haven't put a screw in this side yet, the bolt in, so that should pull it flush. The one that went in there got stripped out, so I need to find one in my bucket of bolts that'll fit properly. And as you can see, it's still got a little bend to it, but my father-in-law was able to put it in his real deal vise and get a nice bend on it. I did, however, the other one, the stock one, was bent really bad, and we were able to get that one almost as flat as a pancake. So this here is my box of goodies that I take with me. It's basically a lot of stock KingMotor X2 stuff and some bead locks, new servo, just some stuff I take to the track when I go, the original brakes, the original clutch housing, the original KingMotor Fuelie pull start. I got a cob in there, so some springs, just some stuff I take to the track when I go. So yeah, I went with the stock Zenoa G320. I'm pumped about that. I think it's going to be a good, solid, reliable platform. Of course, I could have went with, spent another 50, or, I went with the full mod, or spent less and went with the long block and built it using the parts that I have. But to be honest, I wanted another carburetor, and the deal that DDM was offering was just untouchable. $249 for that engine with an 1107 carb, full complete clutch, good to go, housing, everything. You can't touch that deal. And that engine is a little beast from what I can see. So I think it'll be good for me to really rip around that track, and it should move this truck nicely from what I can see in other people's videos. Today I went ahead and did the modification to my gas cap. I tapped a tiny hole there, just big enough to put a grub screw in. I slimed up the grub screw with some what basically is the equivalent to shoe goo. It's called E6000, and the kit that I got was like, I don't know, it was a couple bucks. It's a weed whacker kit. It came with a grommet that I was hoping would work, but it didn't. It comes with a bulb. It comes with a 3-hole grommet, and a filter is in one of those holes, and you get a clunk, a decent looking Walbro clunk, for a few bucks. And I picked it up at the hardware store. So it turns out the grommet was too small, so I tapped another hole in the one that that I'm using. And oh, by the way, guys, check this steering out. This is a Naima battery. I had to I put the low C servo, the steering servo that I had thrown in there one time when my throttle servo gave out. A buddy of mine had given me a low C S900S stock servo, steering servo. I just adjusted the endpoints and I replaced it, swapped it out. Well, I put it here, of course, where it belongs, and it turns out that the KingMotor arm, or the servo horn, does not fit the low C servos. the KingMotor servo horn does not fit. So I had this really nice looking Area RC one that came with the G5, and I was able to use that. It fit perfect like a glove, and that's a 3000 mAh NYMA pack in there. I was contemplating spending, because of course I talked about in my last video, I was gonna tell my wife I wanted to spend 500. Well, it turned out 300 was all I was being given the go-ahead to spend. So that steering looks pretty quick to me. It's working a lot better now with that low-C servo, so that made a big difference. It really did. And I think this will be perfect as far as throttle and brake is concerned. That's a KingMotor throttle brake servo, and it's not super fast, but it'll work. But the low-C servo is definitely stronger, so that battery's powering it nicer. So I'll have much better steering. I'm not going to worry about spending the money on the 6.6 Life pack right now. I don't want to do LiPo, and I refuse to do LiPo. There's enough options out there in the Life battery category that I think that's the way I want to go if I do upgrade. But I mean, that's pretty good, right? I'm pretty impressed with that. So yeah, that's that. What else? Oh, the vent. I didn't even show you guys the vent. Still gotta adjust it. There we go. So this is the vent. And that's the vent that it comes with. And it also comes with a ring for your gas cap. So I'll show you what that looks like. You see it in there? And it fit too, so that worked out pretty good. So that should take care of the vapor lock issues. And that should take care of the venting issues. We're ready to rock and roll. I thought I bent a shock shaft. Turns out I didn't bend a shock shaft, even though that that factory shock tower that I had on there was bent really bad. This shock shaft did not bend. That shock is in great shape. So I pulled the caps off of them and checked them, checked the fluid. It was a little gray, but all in all, it's I just topped it off and capped them back up. Made sure the little rubber seal at the top was sitting right, and capped them off. Oh, with the extra money that I haven't spent, because I only spent 242 bucks, I'm going to buy a set of JC Concept chases. From what I understand, they're a really good track tire. They're local. They're here in Florida, which I didn't know. JC Concepts is a company based out of Florida. But one of the other guys, Chris, he uses them on his buggy, and I would think he would only run a top of the line tire. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. They're relatively cheap. They're on sale for 32 bucks a pair, so I can get the whole set. I wish I had a discount code, but so I can get the whole set and be just over my $300 mark. And for 300 bucks, I'm going to get a brand new engine and a set of race tires. So again, if you go back to my older videos, I talked about not spending any money on this rig and how I was just going to race it and run it. But I did. I tried. And I honestly did not have to replace the KingMotor engine. I didn't. The only reason I pulled it out was because I got it in my head that it was that damn intake manifold causing the carburetor to heat up. I thought it was allowing heat to get out to the carburetor, when in the end it was the gas tank set up, the gas cap system, the venting system, causing it to vapor lock, leaning out the engine, and eventually within a matter of 10 minutes of runtime it would kill the engine. So guys, if you're running a 5th scale, I definitely recommend buying either the Snappy RC kit, or maybe do something like I did, but run an external vent. Don't rely on this cap venting system. I know a lot of the low C. I'm seeing a lot of the low C tanks, even on 5Ts with the vent. I don't know if maybe the new low C 5T comes with the vent on the tank as well, but I know the 5B came out with when they launched it. It had the vented tank. So that just tells you something, guys. Don't rely on that cap system. It's a piece of junk, and it'll leave you frustrated, and you don't want to do that. So yeah. Well, oh, what else? The victory pipe. You guys had commented about what paint I should use, and how it was, the preparation was a key factor. I didn't want to spend any money. I wasn't going to ceramic coat the damn thing. But I did want to just coat it and make it look half decent and cover up that crusty, rusty feel and look that it had. So I went ahead and bought some 2000 degree paint, and I put a few coats on it so far. That's it. And I'll probably do one more coat and call it a day. Not right now because it's 9 o'clock at night. And what else? Oh, yeah, like I was saying, I didn't have to replace this KingMotor engine. I really didn't. It just, I got it in my head that it was the engine, and then I started thinking, well, I do need a little bit more power. I mean, it gets it around the track, but if you guys have seen the videos of where I run this thing, that track is an aggressive track. It's not like the ones you see on the, in the nationals and some of those other events. They're like really long straightaways with ups and downs and kind of, a lot of little corners and things like that with maybe a jump or two and some smaller jumps. But this track it's technical, it's fast, and it's technical, and it beats the hell out of your truck, and you need a lot of quick, kind of torquey power to get around the track and to do it quickly. So I'm hoping that the G3, I know that the G320 will get this thing around the track the way I want it to. So yeah, that's that. But like I was saying, I didn't have to replace this motor. Check this out. Check out how that cylinder, or that piston, has that gold ring around it, and look how good looking it is. I mean, yeah, the top of it's got a little bit of crust in there. I don't know if you can see that, but nothing crazy. Watch when it comes back up. That piston is in good shape, guys. See? And it's got a ton of compression. Feels good. So I need to do a running video, like get this motor together, do a running video, kind of a bench running video, and sell this engine, because it needs to go to a home. I don't want it to just sit. This clutch is barely anywhere on it. Barely anywhere on that clutch. So I need to remove the kill switch. This is the easy. This has got the easy start system on the flywheel. This is that flywheel that I milled so that I could use the easy start system instead of just buying the damn flywheel. But I was in a rush and didn't want to wait. So this is also the cover. This is the cover that I bought from Hurricane RC. It's the easy pull start cover remover. So basically it's got a pin here and a pin here just to remove the pull start. They sell the billet aluminum ones for like $160 or something like that. This here he sells for like $30, $35. I don't know if he has any in stock now, and that's just a sticker that I put in the groove to make it look kind of cool. But yeah, they come just all black, and yeah, so that's that. So this engine is still a good engine, and I would like to find a home for it. Maybe $75, $100, I don't know, something like that. And what else? So, oh yeah, in the end, I didn't have to pull the SCZ out of the Baja. I did go back and forth about which engine I should buy. I was on OBR's site, going back and forth from OBR to DDM to Gizmo, looking at long blocks and looking at all the options. And you know, I have limited time, so that's another factor. I didn't have time to be swapping engine pots over. I mean, I probably could have pulled it off, but I just felt like for the money, I happened to be on all day Saturday. I was on DDM's site, and I swear the deal of the day for that engine was not available up through like 5 o'clock. Because around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night, I had refreshed the page, and it was like they knew I was on there looking at engines, because I was on Facebook for a bit. I saw one of the other guys I'm friends with on there had bought the discounted 30 G340 full mod, which is a complete engine, for $349. They were selling it yesterday. I think that sale is still going on, and the Zenoa G320 was $300. It was $299, the regular price. Well, around 5 or 6 o'clock, I refreshed the page, and boom, it was down to $249, deal of the day from the 24th through the 25th. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is just a sign. I just need to pull the trigger and do it and get myself a reliable engine that's going to be bolt in, you know what I mean, plug and play, and I can get up there and rip. So, yeah, it was meant to be. So the engine is bought and paid for, and hopefully is going to be in the mail to me tomorrow, and that'll give me enough time to get it broken in, because again, the next race day is the 10th, so I want to have it broken in and ready to rock and roll by then. I'm going to order the tires. I brought my laptop out to the garage. My wife's already sleeping. Brought my laptop out. I'm going to order the tires. And again, those are the JC Concept chases. If you guys want to check them out, you should go directly to JC Concept's webpage, because the tires sell for more on DDM, or I don't know, I imagine maybe Large Scale RC sells them too, but they sell for more. He's got them for sale on his site, and those of you guys that have 1/8 scale buggies or truggies, they have incredible prices on rims and tires. Like JC Concept bodies, I forgot how many different bodies they make for like 10 scale and you know, buggies, but they have great prices too. They had tires, 1/8 scale tires for $7 a pop, or maybe even a pair, I don't know, but some crazy pricing. So go to JC Concepts, just you know, check out their website directly. And if you're interested in a set of race tires, they offer 2 different brands or 2 different styles that I could see, and I went with the chases. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to order them tonight. I think the shipping, free shipping, or the cheapest shipping they had was like $8. So in the end, $32 a pair plus the $8 in shipping, and there you have it. So yeah. So I hope you guys are wrenching or watching, or you know, doing your thing. Me, I am going to start getting the Baja back together, because I have everything for it. The FS clutch and the spring. I again, if you hadn't seen the previous video, I went with the FS clutch and the DDM 9500 spring. So that is ready to go back together, and you know, run again. I do want to do a vented system for that one. I've never had a problem with that gas cap vent, but now that I had this issue with the X2, I just want to do it on all my 5th scales. Not to mention, I've never upgraded the fuel line. I have upgraded fuel line for it. I just had never done it, so I need to do that. Yeah. So I got a few things to do to the Baja. So that's it for now. I just want to let you guys know I made a decision. The stock Zenoa G320 gas tank venting system is solved, and low C steering servo compared to the KingMotor, you know, one that I was running, which was pretty beat up, by the way, and is now here. This I screwed up earlier and said that this was a throttle servo. It's not. This is a KingMotor steering servo. I put it there. I have a brand new throttle servo in the box that they sent me in replacement of mine when mine burnt out. I sent it back to KingMotor, and he sent me a brand new one. But by that time, a buddy had already given me this low C steering one. So huge difference with this low C steering servo running up front. And you know, I'm running the Area RC servo horn. My steering seems tight and it seems quick with just the NYMA battery. stay tuned, guys. I'll do an unboxing, and you know, even though it's nothing that exciting, I guess it's just a G320, but I'll do an unboxing and do a video when I get it all installed and get it ripping after I've broken it in. Hopefully I'll get to do a video before I, you know, of a running video before I take it to the track. That'll mean I've had enough time to do all I need to do. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Good night.